This week's Torah portion is called Vayigash. The word Vayigash appears 3 times in the Torah, and this is one of them. And it's one of the reasons why when we approach God in prayer, there's a tradition, a custom to take 3 steps forward, 3 steps for each time this word Vayigash appears in the Torah. In our context, what's happening is that Judah is approaching who he thinks is the viceroy of Egypt. He's coming close. He's approaching the viceroy of Egypt, who is actually Joseph, his brother, but he doesn't know that. And he's coming forward to advocate for his brother Benjamin. The viceroy of Egypt, aka Joseph, is going to take Benjamin, or threatens to take Benjamin as a slave. And Judah steps up and approaches the viceroy and says, don't do that. This is the only living, beloved son of our father and his beloved wife, Rachel. This is Joseph's full brother, Benjamin. And Benjamin, if he doesn't return with us, if we don't return Benjamin to our father will die of grief and will be so bereft. And we don't want to do that. And we're pleading, Judah is pleading with the viceroy of Egypt to take him instead. He'll say he's sacrificing himself instead of Benjamin. Let Benjamin go and let me, Judah, take his place. Judah has so much courage. He's coming forward. He's approaching the viceroy of Egypt to advocate, to plead, to ask for justice, ask for something. But what he's doing is he's exhibiting a huge change from where he was 22 years ago, where he was one of the brothers who sold Joseph into slavery, who didn't care about Joseph, who was able to somehow sell his brother Joseph into slavery. And now he's here standing up and approaching the viceroy and advocating for and trying to protect Benjamin and trying to protect their father. He's changed. And we see the brothers having gone through a series of steps of repentance where they've admitted what they've done wrong, they confess what they've done wrong, and they feel bad for what they've done. And now in a situation where they can do something different, and they're doing something with Benjamin, the full brother of Joseph, and they're not allowing him to be taken away from their father. At the same time that Judah is approaching the viceroy of Egypt, aka Joseph. Joseph also responds in kind, and Joseph, who has hidden his identity, is now revealing himself. He clears the room of all the Egyptians and he comes to his brothers and he says, I'm Joseph. I'm Joseph. And he reveals himself to them, takes down the barriers that separate him. And the brothers they hug each other, they cry over each other, weeping, hugging, coming together in a brotherhood and a unity. And what we also learn is that Joseph, he has framed everything that has happened to him through the lens of this is God orchestrating everything. He's not blaming his brothers. He's not angry at his brothers. He's not looking to take revenge on them or somehow for them to be punished. He says to them, it's all in God's hands. It all has to happen this way. It all had to be this way. And he reframes it and says, I'm not blaming you. It's not your fault. And it's all good. And I'm seeing God behind the scenes. And so too, I wonder whether we can also take down the barriers that separate us from other people so we can have a true unity, and whether we can also frame the things that happen to us within the lens of it's all orchestrated from above.